In the silence of America's classrooms, a strange war rages on. No gunfire, no cannons, no battle cries, yet it is as fierce and consequential as any battlefield clash. It is called the History Wars, and its front lines are textbooks, classrooms, libraries, and television debates. The mystery is not what happened in the past, but who gets to decide how it is remembered. For centuries, Americans were taught a relatively simple story: the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock, the Founding Fathers fought for freedom, and the United States became a beacon of liberty. But beneath that shining narrative lay shadows: slavery, colonization, racial injustice, and the silenced voices of Native Americans, African Americans, and immigrants. The history wars erupted when those shadows began stepping into the light. The spark was not a single moment, but a series of intellectual storms. The most infamous came in 2019, when the 1619 Project by the New York Times argued that America's true founding was not 1776, but 1619, the year enslaved Africans first arrived in Virginia. To some, this was an overdue truth, a revelation that restored dignity to millions whose stories had been erased. But to others, it was heresy, a rewriting of America's very soul. Governors, educators, and parents took sides. Suddenly, history was not a record of the past but a weapon in a culture war. The mystery deepens when one asks, why does telling the truth feel so dangerous? Behind every classroom lesson lies a struggle for identity. If America's history is glorious, then its destiny is noble. But if its history is bloodstained, then its future demands reckoning and repair. Who benefits from one version over the other? Who fears the consequences of telling the whole story? Critics of the new narratives claim that exposing slavery, racism, and injustice tears the nation apart or teaches children to hate their country. Yet supporters argue that hiding the truth is the real danger, for nations that refuse to face their sins are doomed to repeat them. Thus, the history wars are not merely about the past, they are about shaping the moral compass of the future. Like a ghost, the past refuses to stay buried. Statues of Confederate generals haunt city squares, their cold stone eyes staring at protesters who demand their removal. School boards whisper about banned books, fearing the power of pages that speak too loudly. In libraries, certain histories gather dust, while others are polished and placed on display. Every decision carries the echo of unseen battles, as if the spirits of history itself are wrestling in the halls of power.